anywhere outside that pop-up, it will hide. It will hide. You can make this a model more simple. We can make it more simple, means animated. Like, so you can use this. You can use this as model. We can use the model as fade. We can give fade effect. If I give the fade effect, then you can see on login click, slowly it will open. With some sliding animation, it will hide. It will display slowly and it will keep there. So generally, so it will display like this. Generally, this is how it display. And I want a close button. So or on cancel click, it should close. Then you can put a close button in the header. In the header, what we will do, we will write a button, and you know how to put a close button. For that, we have a class btn close. Btn close is the button. So a close button will come on login. You see a close button is here. You can keep where you want it. That means after the heading, the close button will come and it will come like this. So that means we can display where we want it. And click login, the close button will come. On close click and on cancel click, I want to close that dialog box. So it's not working now. We have to write the logic. You know how to close. So what you have to do is, so we have to write data bs dismiss. For close everywhere, same data bs dismiss. What to dismiss? Dismiss the model. It will dismiss the current model. Close always work for the current model. You don't need to mention the target. So it will work for that. That means you see now, I click on login, it opens up. I click on close, it will close. On cancel also you can write. On cancel button also, we can write, so data bs dismiss, so model. On cancel button click also it will happen. You can click on cancel, it will cancel it. Colors affects your wish, depending on your requirement. For example, model, we have a model content, model header. I will give as BG primary, your wish, and it will get that effect. You can keep as BG warning. You can add your own effects and whatever you learned, you can keep that. So it will click on cancel, it will be canceled. So your colors and effects, your wish. I said some BG warning. So background warning, text warning, effects we can display for that model and show. Usually important is, suppose I want this model, some more options are there. I want this model to display center screen. So then what you can do is the model dialog, which is opening, there you have to write model dialog. So model dialog centered. You can keep model dialog centered. When I keep model dialog centered, you can see that it will correctly center on the page. Actually, it is displaying at the top. Now it will correctly center the page. We can display on the center of the page, so that centered. Now, very recently, models are given with a new option, that is, they given an option. So actually model full screen. Model have a full screen style also. Model full screen. Actually, when I click login, model have to open in the full screen. That means here we have to define in the model dialog, right? So in the model dialog, this is the model, yeah. Now this is a model dialog centered. I will use as model full screen. That means it will give a full screen login. That means complete screen it will occupy. All the contents will be behind it. And I click on close, then it will close. you can make the model appear full screen. Entire page will open a full screen and it will display and close. So, or I can give as model centered, model dialog centered. I can give model dialog center, it will be center, full screen. These are the options. Actually, sometimes model can have a lot of content also. When there is lot of content in the model, so we can make it when lot of content is there, so we can make it scrollable also. I will show you. Actually, suppose we have register button. Sometimes we don't have buttons. Sometimes what we do is we keep a anchor and say register. So that means, so links, we keep links here. I want that link clickable. So usually we want that link clickable. Generally when you give the link, so it have href. Href, so currently we don't want as a link. Href is clickable. That means it works like toggle. So that means href, so toggle and target. That means href, we have to tell, so which target to open. Href defines the target. Which target to open you have to tell. So that means you can create a model for that. You can define a model and define for that. So what I can do is I will create another model. This is one model. I will put comment here. This is HTML comments. HTML comments are written with exclamation double hyphen. So comments are not for processing. They are just to tell the developer some tips. Here I am writing like this is login model. This is login model. Okay. After that, I will create another model. And here I say register model. Register model. And here I will create a div, same class model. So, and we have fade. And so it have an ID, that is register is ID. In the model, what is the order? First, we need to have a model dialog. Model dialog. In the model dialog, we need to have a class model content. Model content. In the content, we will have so a class model header. Model header. In the model header, we have some heading. So register user. And we put a close button. So button and the class as btn close. Okay, and here after that we will have div. So class is model body. Okay. In the model body, we will create a data list with a data term. So username, data definition, input type is equal to text. Just for roughly, I will use data term password and data definition input type is equal to password. Just for you put lot of fields there. Just roughly what I will do, I will copy these two and paste repeatedly so that we can have a lot of fields. Right. And after this, we will create a div. So the class is model footer. In the model footer, we are designing a button register and we have a button cancel. And you can see that. So another model is ready. And this model should open on the link click. So for link click, so href works as a target. So we have to put hash register. And here we have to write data bs toggle model. Target not required because href works as target. href works as target. So there is another technique. We can write a button and keep the button appearance as link. That is also a technique people use actually. So now generally what happens here is, you see, I click on register. So register will come, but lot of contents are there. Scrolling the page is very difficult because I am unable to find that cancel buttons here, register button. I have to scroll the page for that. Scrolling page is not good. We can make this model scrollable. We can make it scrollable. What we have to do here, so you know, so here for register model for this button, so class already it is there, data dismiss model we have to dismiss, and here model dialog is there. We will use this model dialog. So model dialog scrollable, that will be better. And cancel button, what we will happen is here is data dismiss model. Okay, now you can see that on register click, it will pop up and a scroll bar will come for the form. That will be good. Scrolling the page is not good. We have to just keep it scroller and define that so that you can automatically scroll the contents here. And on cancel, it will be cancel. So on link click also, you can give a pop-up and display that. For you don't need to define the target. So actually link click href works as target. It will work as target. That means now two models are there. Login model will come, and register model will come. So we can get these models and display them as per the situation. We can display them. So that is two important components, alerts and models. I hope everyone is clear with these two, understood these two, right? Yeah. Yes. So there is no confusion in this. There is no problem in understanding these options, right? So it's simple, straightforward. Only the attributes are important for handling. The scripts are important for handling, right? Next important, after knowing about how to handle these contents, so that means alerts and models. So many components are there, one by one we will see. In these components, we have one more important is, so we have buttons. Actually for buttons, Bootstrap have separate classes. For button, Bootstrap have separate classes. Generally, the classes for buttons is nothing but we have btn for button. We have btn close, that already you saw. For close button, we have btn primary and all contextual. Contextual means, so primary, secondary, danger, all these are buttons we are having. And we also have, so button btn link. So it looks like a hyperlink. Button looks like a hyperlink and configuring the button like a hyperlink. And we have button groups, btn group. So it's like a button group. We can group the buttons and we can configure the buttons. So generally, we have button related options. So btn is the base class. You have to mention mandatorily btn. After that, you can give the colors and define the colors. And we have style for the buttons. We have like BTN primary. We have BTN outline primary, and other contextual options are there. We have outline buttons, and we have button sizes. Button sizes like small button, large button. For button size, we have to define there is no order. BTN, according to requirement, we use BTN LG. That is for small and large buttons we define. Actually, earlier we used to have some more additional options, but now these days we have to do that with other type of plugins. So means other attributes, we have to use a combination actually. Now buttons can be defined with a button group also. Earlier we used to have button toolbars and all. Now we don't prefer these button toolbars. We use general buttons. So these are the Bootstrap 5 related buttons, how we can configure them. I will just show you how they are designed first. Then we can apply for our content. See, generally, so this is the button, login and all these are there. I will keep a heading here, heading. So like buttons, okay, roughly. And see, for buttons, if I want to give an appearance, so these are, this login is a button. I can simply put the class for the button as BTN. That is the base class, but it will not have any effect for that. Borders, everything will be removed. For button, I can use the options like BTN primary. It will give this appearance for the button. This is primary. I can use like BTN danger. So it will give like this. So that means just appearance will be changed with color. That is danger. We have like BTN success. That will be like this. So we can use BTN outline danger. Outline danger will look like this. On mouse over, it will display. That is outline danger. So like BTN outline success. We have outline buttons. It will look like this. Outline button will be like this. For button, we can give that appearance. And we can have BTN SM for small button. Button size will be reduced a little bit. We have LG, that is for large button. You can see the large size will increase for it. You can keep small, large buttons by using this SMN. And see here, we created a link actually. Instead of creating a link, we can put a button. And here I will say register. It is an ordinary button. But see what we will do here. Class is BTN. We can use BTN link. BTN link. It looks like a link button. But it is not a hyperlink. It is a button only. So we have to give button attributes like data target. Data target is register. And we have to add data toggle. Data toggle is model. Now, it's a good appearance for them. Inside the model now, for login button, we will put a class BTN and BTN primary. And for cancel, I will put a class like BTN and BTN danger. I can keep like this. So that means on login, you can see this login and the cancel buttons will be there. We can keep the appearance in a better way. The appearance in a better way. For that, we have these buttons. BTN close already you saw. We used close button. So small, large. So sometimes we can put a button group also. We can keep button group. So BTN group. We have vertical also. vertical. So button group is nothing but, so sometimes we design toolbar navigation. In that case, what happens is, when you are designing toolbar navigation, suppose you see at the top, I am defining temporarily. At the top, I will give here as, so button group, just for, and another button is update. Another button is some delete. Now, all these buttons have class as BTN and BTN primary. Second one is class BTN info. And the third one is class, so BTN and BTN danger. All these three buttons are separate buttons. We can keep them as one group combined. Actually, what you can do is, you can keep all the three buttons in a div, but they will not have any difference. For this div, we can put a class called BTN group. BTN group, it will keep the buttons combined like this. They are combined like this. You can use the same color to keep them combined. Suppose I will define here as warning, and you can see all the three are there. You can keep a common color. So that means you can keep all danger, all the buttons as danger. They look like they're all combined into one bar. They're all combined into one bar. That is actually button groups. We are having button groups actually. We can keep the button groups and display the button groups have a different functionality also. You can keep your all icons, symbols and everything. Suppose we have link relation is equal to style sheet. href is equal to some fonts and CSS, all .css. And we can have options like, suppose this is home. And here we can keep a span. So class FA and FA home. And here I defined as contact. And here I given, so span and the class is equal to FA and FA envelope. So we have like, some network, suppose I say social. And here we are giving a span and the class FAB. So FA, some Twitter like this. And you can see that these are the symbols there. So this is a button combinations. This looks like a button toolbar. This is actually button group. You can configure a button group with different colors or same color. And I can give that. So with an effect, that is this button group. So button group can be vertical. Button group vertical. Vertical, it will display like this. So one below another. Of course, we need to adjust the width accordingly for the contents vertical. So if I don't define this vertical, then by default, it will be like horizontal. These are button related classes, so which are used for making the buttons more effective. Now, sometimes actually, in the old version, we have block buttons. So that means I will put a button. So block button. Actually, suppose we have button. Generally, we will have only one button. So class is equal to BTN and BTN primary. So this button is, so go to top. So about us, something like this. Now I want this button to occupy entire page. Not only page, if it is in a dialog, it should occupy entire dialog. That means complete end-to-end screen it should occupy. Earlier, in older version, for that we have a simple option called BTN block. We have BTN block. We don't have this BTN block. What we can do is, so instead of BTN block, now in the new version, you have to define BTN block will not work. That is old version. We have to keep that button in a div. And after that, for the div, we have to put a class called display grid. If you keep display grid and you see will into the window size, it will fit that button. If you are using a dialog, it will put in a dialog. So it will fit to the window. For that, we have to keep that in a separate div and define it. So we have to use this by using this additional option actually. This additional option. Earlier, we used to have BTN block, which will keep it. But we have to use display grid, and through that we need to show. You can design button toolbar also. For example, you see, this is one button group. I will put another div and a class BTN group. This is another group. Two groups are there. And in another group, we have another button. And this is having like login. So span, so class FA. This will give class BTN and BTN danger only. Same I will give. You can give different color also, BTN and BTN danger. And here we will put a span and a class I will give as FA search. And here I am giving as search. Okay. Now these are two button groups we are having. You see, these are two buttons. So two separate button groups we are having. One group contains these options, another group this. Generally, when we design such button groups, what we can do is we can keep these two button groups, but groups are kept in a div. And for that div, I can use a class called BTN toolbar. Button toolbar. Button toolbar will mix those two options, and for that I will give BG danger. It will keep a complete toolbar like. But in this, two buttons are two group and another login search another group. What you can do now is you can write justify content between. If I write justify content between, one group will be left side, another group will be right side. That will give a good appearance for button toolbars. That means, so it can justify the two groups. If three are present, one will be left, another center, another right. If four are present, it will distribute according to the width. We have two groups, so it will adjust and fit them. So one group is in the left side, another group in the right side. It will configure that and define accordingly. So that is generally button toolbars. So we have a button toolbar. We can keep all the buttons inside this button toolbar and configure that button toolbar. This is actually buttons. So how you can design the buttons and configure the buttons. So for buttons, you have all these classes. We can also use BTN toolbar. Button toolbar usually a collection of buttons. Not directly buttons, it's a collection of button groups. And button group is a collection of buttons. The combinations we have to use them. So these are various classes classes used for buttons to keep the appearance in a perfect way. So when you are designing forms, buttons have a good appearance. We can apply predefined effects for them. So this is generally button related options. So we have alerts, we have models, and we have buttons. Next, we have cards. And actually, cards are used for displaying card-like contents. Already we designed with CSS. With CSS, I showed you card. With the plain CSS, we designed, if you remembered, display flex, I told you, and we designed cards. But in Bootstrap, ready-made cards are present, which is very easy for us. Let's see now here. I will add cards.html and let's keep everything here. So doc type HTML head title cards. Okay, and in the body section, here in link relation style sheet, and the href is node modules bootstrap dist css bootstrap css, and we have another link relation style sheet and href, so node modules fonts CSS. Cards doesn't script actually. Without script also card, because card is not having any interaction. It is having only presentation. That's the reason cards can be designed and defined without buttons also. Buttons also doesn't require, so until or unless you write close, data BS close, data BS target. So CSS is enough. So for the cards, actually I defined a div. Here we are creating a div. We put generally class as card. Card has 3 sections. We have a div. So one section is class card header. Okay. That is card header. And we have in the header, I am writing like JBL speaker. Okay. We have the card body. In the card body, I kept an image. Image source is equal to assets, some speaker.jpg. Width is 200. Height also 200, like this. We have a div class have card footer section. Card body, card footer section is available. Now in the card footer, so we are displaying a simple option for that. That means inside this body itself, we will put a paragraph, ampersand hash 8377 semicolon, its price. We will define its price. In the card footer, we will add a div and we will put a button, and here span and class FA and FA shopping cart, and we will put a text add to cart. And for button we have the class BTN and BTN primary. And for this we will put the div class as display grid. Okay. This is one card with the card footer. You can see this is the card. Let's run this, and the card looks like this. That is a card style. We have a header, so we have body, we have footer. Ready-made shades will be there. Suppose I am designing several cards here. This is one card. I will copy that card. Okay. Put card below one more ear and here two shoe. Okay, and here I given as some Nike casuals. So some price change. Actually, all cards will display one below another. These are all the cards we are having. Now what we can do is the cards you kept with ready-made effect. So you kept all the cards in a div. This div can use the display styles for keeping all your cards in a special way. We can display in a style. That means generally, what are the options you can define? Actually, for cards, we can arrange all of them side by side and display them by using a simple option like this. Generally, earlier versions we have card deck. Actually, we don't have that card deck now. So actually, card group is present. But earlier, we don't have this. So we need to use. So that is actually card deck. And if I use card group, group is also not option. You see, it will keep side by side. It groups the cards. Earlier, we have card deck, old versions, we have card deck. That's not there now. We have to just put card group. Card group will keep side by side. And very important is it's like a flexible. I am adjusting the width. So then it will be one below another. And I am changing that width, then it will fit like this. It will be according to the width, flexible designs will come. That is the card groups. That means we are configuring this. So like cards, we are displaying like this. And they have different appearance. That means depending on the card that you are configuring, actually, I will copy this and put another card in the group. And here we say some Lee boot and shoe1.jpg. Some price is different. And on the grid style, you can put grid gap. So your wish, it depends on your requirement. Flexible, right? Why not? You can keep anything. Na? This is a container here. This is a container. This body is a container. Now, don't think that in this container, I need to put only image. Understood? So think them as containers. So don't think very narrow about them. Huh? They are just containers. In a container, you can put anything. You can put a form also inside it, right? Don't think that in a card I am designing image means it can have only images. Card is for images. Huh? Card is for normal paragraphs also you can keep. It's not for images. I am using images. Don't think that card is for only one image, two image, four image. It is for image only. Without image also, you can design the card. You can put paragraph inside these cards and display. So it depends. These are containers. You put anything in the container, a paragraph, a form, or an image, or anything. So you can add anything. You can add a table inside it, put a table inside that. So you can have multiple images, anything you can define. Generally, different appearance styles will be there. Sometimes what we do is we keep the image. Suppose Nike casuals. Where is that? Yeah. So for this, what I am doing is I am picking up this image, and it's not mandatory that every time you need card body for and all. I will remove that here. I will remove this card body, and I kept it. So inside the footer, and image I will remove, and I will keep outside the header in the card. I removed the card body. It's your wish. If you put body, body will come. Otherwise, it will not be there. Without header, you can display. Without footer, you can display. It is having all the sections. Appearance, your wish. So that means you can add. So whatever you want. Now you see, image is at the top. So options are changing. All the images you can keep like that. If image is at the top, you have a class for that you can apply. So card image top. We can use card image top. So if we can keep it top, we can keep it at the top. You can display. So this card we are in the top. Generally, card image have an option called overlay also. This overlay effect is nothing but it puts over the text. Over the text already we know. In CSS, which option is used to keep over all of them? Which option is used to keep over all of them? Z index. We learned Z index na? Yeah. So that is nothing but it keeping up. So image top. So you can give. But don't think that image bottom is there. If I use bottom, if you are keeping at the top, you keep top. It doesn't mean that you keep top means it will automatically go to top. It will not automatically go to top. Only when it is top, it will fit to the top. When it is bottom, it will fit to the bottom. That means one image. So another image here we have. So this is another image we are having. And in this image, so this image, I will keep it. So in the footer, I will keep it in the footer. So in the footer, I am defining better. So keep it here. In the footer, I am displaying. Above that button, I am defining. So now we will use the option class as card image bottom. So image bottom, it depends on where you place. It will be like this. It will fit accordingly. It's not like there should be header, there should be body, there should be footer. So generally in card, 3 sections will be there. Whichever section you want, you can ignore, you can display. I don't want card body. Without the body, card header and footer will be there. It's depending on your requirement, how you want to display. Right. So these are all different types of card options we need to configure and define. So that makes the appearances better for your content. And if I want to display these cards in multiple lines, what to do? One line, one card, another line, another cards, what to do? You already learned. So because some people immediately ask a question, sir, how to keep multiple lines? You learned how to design row, na, right? So that means you create a row. In the row, you put one card group. Understood? That. Because you will learn a few presentations here. But in real requirement, they will ask some more different. In that case, you must be able to think how you can use your options that you have learned to present in that way. So concept will be same, but the presentation will be little different according to requirements. So this is basically how the cards work. We have a card, we have a card header, we have a card body, we have card footer. So card footer, right? We have card image overlay. So we have these are all the options, and we have card group. Earlier we have card deck, so which is now changed with card group. You have to use in order to group all the cards. These are some options. Now we have other options like carousels, how we can create sliding banners, forms and all. That we will see in our next session. Monday we will continue with that. Okay. So these you need a lot of practice, not a lot of listening. So you need a lot of practice. If you practice, then you will get perfection on them. Otherwise you can't. So first you need to practice all this, right? Next, now Monday we will discuss about other components. Once you finish them, few more components are, it will take at least two more sessions to finish all the components. Then we can start working with JavaScript now. Okay. So